Mars has remained in the human imagination about Mars. Not even the rise of science and technology has interrupted our wary fascination with this neighboring world. Telescopes in the 1880s revealed strange markings on Mars which convinced masses of people that Mars had canals built by an alien race. But today in this video we will discover the 10 interesting facts about Mars. Gravity on Mars is about 62% less than gravity on Earth, that is 3.711 meter per second square. That means if person on our Earth weighs 100 kilograms, it weighs 60 kilograms on Mars. If we jump on Mars we will reach 3 times more than taking jump on Earth. Mars has largest and long-lasting sandstorms with enormous power. They can last several months. Every year there are some moderately big dust storms that pop up on Mars and they cover continent-sized areas and last 4 weeks at a time, said Michael Smith, a planetary scientist at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. When you think of a day, you normally think of one cycle of daytime to nighttime. That is called a solar day. On Earth, a solar day is around 24 hours. However, Earth's orbit is elliptical, meaning it's not a perfect circle. It means some solar days on Earth are a few minutes longer than 24 hours and some are a few minutes shorter. But on Mars, a solar day lasts 24 hours, 39 minutes, and 35 seconds. Rounding that out, we say that a day here on Earth works out to an even 24 hours, while on Mars, a day lasts 24 hours and 40 minutes. That means if 1 year on Earth was 365 days, then on Mars 1 year will have 687 days. The largest canyon in the solar system cuts a wide swath across the face of Mars. Named Valles Marineris, the Grand Valley extends over 3,000 kilometers long, spans as much as 600 kilometers across, and delves as much as 8 kilometers deep. This indicates that Mars used to have long rivers. Mars is a harsh, cold world because it is about 227.9 million km away from the Sun, almost twice of distance between Earth and Sun. Mars's atmosphere is about 100 times thinner than Earth's. Without a thermal blanket, Mars can't retain any heat energy. On average, the temperature on Mars is about -60 degrees Celsius. NASA's Mars Curiosity rover measured air temperatures as high as 6 degrees Celsius in the afternoon, with temperatures climbing above freezing for a significant number of days. Mars has 2 moons, one is Phobos and other is Deimos. The moons of Mars are so small that no detail can be seen with an Earth-based telescope. It was not until 1971 that the US Mariner 9 spacecraft obtained the first images to show surface detail. Both moons are irregular in shape and have surfaces that are pockmarked by many craters. Phobos is the larger of the 2 moons and is roughly an ellipsoid 19.2 by 21.4 by 27.0 kilometers across its 3 axes. Deimos is about 11 by 12 by 15 kilometers. The size of Mars is approximately 4,220 million miles. That is almost twice smaller than our Earth, which has about 7,926 million miles. This can also be illustrated as about 6 Mars would take up to fill the volume of Earth. Right now there are about 7 robots that are roaming on the surface on Mars, such as Viking 1 with Viking 2, Pathfinder, Curiosity rover, Opportunity, Phoenix and Spirit, sent by different countries including USA, USSR and China. Mars's largest mountains of solar system. Olympus Mons is the largest volcano in the solar system. The massive Martian mountain towers high above the surrounding plains of the Red Planet, and may be biding its time until the next eruption. Olympus Mons rises 3 times higher than Earth's highest mountain, Mount Everest, whose peak is 5.5 miles above sea level. Scientists suggest that Mars was once like the Earth, but its gravity captures several satellites that later crushed into Mars, causing to cool down the core, and thus Mars stopped spinning. Hope you guys enjoys this video and find it useful. If yes, then hit like button. And if you have any questions regarding this, write down in the comment box. Share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe the Fire Up Facts.